Okay, another workshop vlog, but this time we got a real miracle piece from the scrap. This bike has been laying on actually on the wall from the scrap pile for 15 years because I'm not interested in grandma shitty bikes. So when I found this, yeah, you see that correctly. They're still working, and I was like, what the fuck? This should not be working after 15 years in rain and wind, freezing over. But yeah, they do. I was trying to get it off to see if it was still good or not, and it was here. The screws were like rusted shut, so I have to cut some little things off, and yeah. Now I've clicked the button many times, it's working every time now. Whoever engineered this lamp, yeah, deserves to be engineer of the year, because usually they rot out after a couple years, like all the other ones do. Especially in the old days when everything was cheap and shit. But yeah. So my curiosity got to, what the hell are those batteries? What are these batteries made out of? Because normal double A's just ooze out their guts after 5 years. And normal rechargeable double A's just shit their guts out after, I don't know, maybe 9 years. But most alkalines, especially them shitty Duracells, they poop their fucking guts out after 2 years. If you're lucky. Yeah. And I decided to make a video about it because it's so crazy remarkable. Screw this open. I already did that, by the way, but it's just for a show. The first time opening it was really difficult. Yeah, it's still difficult again. It's so precisely made, so it's watertight, but the little openings around the button allows the moisture to get out, and that's the key. That's how streetlights are made. They have tiny little holes on the bottom of the streetlight so moisture can get out, but rain doesn't get in. It's only on the bottom, and that's how streetlights work for 20 years on end before the housing starts to get too nasty. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what those are. Not lithium ion. This is Sunrise Alkaline Double A from 2009. Look at that. Them Japanese, man, they make some good stuff. Holy shit. 11 month 2009. That's when this one was built. And the crazy part is, it's not leaking. Duracell, if you're watching, it's possible. You can make alkalines that don't puke their insides out after 1 year. Well, that's some serious Japanese engineering. I don't know what's in here. Must be some Ural Mountain Kung Fu goodness. It just takes normal double A's. Yeah. I'll always buy this type of light. I never go any other brands because... Oh, wait. It's the way around. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why it says smart. Maybe this is a light sensor. Let's put it on the light. There's a light over here. It should turn off if it's smart. I don't think it has smart. I don't think there's a smart sensor in there. It just stays on, even though there's lots of light around it. So it's just a normal button switch. Yeah, I live in their land and there's shitloads of bikes everywhere. And usually the lights on them are smashed or broken or rusty. That's normal, you know. There's 70 million bikes in Holland, so Yeah, even though there's two little shitty LEDs, I wonder how much. For shits and giggles, let's get the voltmeter out and see how full this thing is still is. Excuse the bike freaking customization resto mod freaking mess. Yeah. Okay, let's get on this one. This DC with the wavy line is AC. That's usually wall power. The line with the dots is batteries, power, car power. One pin broke, so I just got a little clippy. It's pretty convenient. I should have like a little plank by the lamp so I can just film from above. Okay, there goes. No! 2009, it makes it. How many years? 9 years? That makes this battery 9 years old, I think. It's 2020, 2009, that's 11 years or something. If you cannot see it, it says 1.25 volts still. Oh man, that's insane. I never seen double-lated whole power for like 9 years. My math is really crappy, so I'll put in the description when I've used my calculator. This one is dead, I think. This one is 0. No, it's 1.2 volts still. That's almost full. And this alkaline, when it completely charged, 1.5. Yeah, alkaline is 1.5, rechargeable is 1.2 usually, and this one is still 1.2. That blows my mind. I can't get around it. All the YouTubers, all them electrical freaking engineer YouTubers know that alkaline is just eat shit after a year or two. I mean, big life. I can agree 100%. Yeah, I'll just put them back in there, slap them on the bike, run them until they're really dead. Bob's your uncle. I mean, in Netherlands we say, de beunhaas heeft de goud. Yeah, it's crazy. Here's my custom bike. It looks like the steering handles from a Cop racing motorcycle from the 60s, which is a pretty cool look, I think. These are Gazelle axles. I have no idea what actually this thing is, because the nuts don't really fit on there well. I have find no nuts that fit this thing correctly. I have no clue why. Gazelle makes their own stupid nuts. If you're restoring bikes, avoid Gazelles, because if you lose these nuts, you're in a world of trouble, because I've torn so many old bikes apart to find right nut. But they are all the same. They have the same metric thread that all the other bikes use, except Gazelle. So if there's a Gazelle engineer watching, yeah, use standard hub nuts! Why? Use specialty nuts. God damn it. You're not a special kid. You make bikes run 100 years for Holland. Why have different nuts? These nuts. No, but what's nice though, every bicycle nut is 15. So I guess that's nice. This one is from the scrap bike. It's from that one, I think. No, it's from the kids' bike. Yeah, they're all pieces now because I'm collecting the parts to make one nice one bicycle. €0. These are all dump finds. These were dumped in the local town in a metal bin. And this one was really complete. Empty tires. Saddle with slugs. This one is missing the front wheel. Wait, no, this one was fairly complete. Saddle was junk. Steering was ugly. There's rust on the center bar and the shifting was not working correctly because the calibration is wrong on these Shimano Nexus bikes. Let's see. Shimano Nexus 3-speed. You adjust them on the secondary gear. There's 2 lines. Still works even though it looks broken. It's an axle transmission, so you can just rotate it even standing still. Who knows? It's like a car transmission. You have like planetaries, like a car. Second gear. And then the yellow dot's supposed to be in the middle of this, even though it's not really lining up anymore. I don't know why. This thing is kind of vague. It doesn't feel sharp. Yeah, this thing needs to be adjusted. I don't see where the... Oh, there it is. I just have to rotate this nut. I don't know why it's so off. Oh, it was really off. Oh. I don't know how far I can still go. Yeah, it's now in the center of the lines, so it should be in second gear, not in between gears, like fucking grenading itself. Oh! Third gear is broken, I think. It's really tight. Oh, I think it's in there. I just don't feel it because it's so tight. Yeah, third gear is really tight. Oh no. I tested it last time and it was doing fine. So yeah, second gear in between the lines. So it's only 3 speeds, so I want to make it better with another more 3 on here. But that makes it a whole lot more complex. I need a derailleur to keep the chain tight. And a pile of cocks. This is for a Bofang motor, so yeah. It doesn't have a normal... This is also for an e-bike motor. This is from my old child bike from when I was 9. This was part of it. It's kind of cocked. This one is a normal one. So I don't have any more gears. This one is fucked. Still has a good crank handle. Oh, it's slid. This one is junk. Yeah, I want to make it a 6 gear. And maybe get an Amazon special e-bike Bofang motor on this. Yeah, this thing was also from the scrap. This is the nicest frame of them all, actually. Just a little rust here. This is a really old school type. It's supposed to have a hub with drum brakes. Some British people recognize this type, maybe. I have no clue what system this is. It's not a Shimano Nexus like the other one. This is old school. It has like a car style drum brake. I've seen the inside on YouTube. Yeah. Just like from the 1980s. So it's the same with the Shimano. There's a pin going in the middle, and how farther it's pushed in, how high the gear goes, or the opposite. I don't know. There's a text over here. You find a type number so I can find some parts for this thing. (92-2) 3-speed AB brake hub. Oh, there's a name. Can't really see it though. I hate when people point at stuff in videos. Shanko. Here I'm doing it anyway. Saturn Archer. Look at that flare on the end. That text, how the text ends. That's so 70s right there, or 80s. So yeah. You only. God damn it! Got too much fucking crap. The only type number that's on here is over here, made in England 1992. So this is made in 1992? I guess so. I don't know, it's a nice looking rim still. I got pretty early. The bike has been in the scrap bin for only a couple of days, I think. Usually when the other stuff falls on the wood, the paint cracks and it's get all fucked. Like a freezer. Sounds really sharp. I think there's barely any grease left. If you know the type number, you leave a comment. It would be very nice. You probably wonder how the hell did you get these handles off without slicing them? You could burn them off. No, that's toxic. Well, I just jab a nozzle of WD-40 in there. Just really rotate it and pull it. If it's still shiny metal, it should be not too hard to start. Just got some penetrating oil from the 1990s. Yeah. If you're an older person, you might recognize this from a long time ago. I found this in the garage that's now demolished. Yeah. My daddy was a small-time do-it-yourselfer, I guess. Busting rusty nuts with old Shell kruipolie. Just, there's no air left, so I cut it upside down and, you know, let it sit for a little bit. Get a screwdriver that's not anywhere near close to. Screwdriver it in, get some oil maybe. Let it sit for a bit. Make sure the handle's not getting oiled, otherwise you're just slipping and sliding. Yeah, that's basically the update of the workshop. Lots of things changed. You might have, if you watch really old videos and you don't recognize it anymore. Normally it's a workbench here, directly after this cabinet. I mean, yeah. And over there's a door laying on two of them. And there was a metal, like, office type thing over here. Like real metal, like 1940s style office table. Yeah, those are tough as frick. If you find one of those, perfect workbench. Just get a shitload of them tiles under it, and you got a perfectly strong work surface, eh? $0 just from the flea market. Just find yourself a metal table. Yeah, many stuff in here is low price or got for nothing. Like this thing was free. The legs were busted, but you know the slides are nice and smooth. I mean, this bottom was loose, just new screws, and that one is mint. Yeah, if you really think about it, I'm an ultra cheapskate, man. I mean, I use motor oil and diesel for drilling oil. I mean, go figure. I don't use drill oil. I just use that, you know. If you don't have an official job, you gotta feel like a vulture. You know the way how to find stuff. If you're a really good scavenger, you know if you're broke, you need to be good at being broke. If you find old shit, make good shit, sell the good shit, you're good at being broke. I mean, you could sell this thing for 200 if it's perfectly finished and with plastic crap on the chains in case a teenager has like loose skirts and stuff. Funny fact, most bikes over here have like a plastic thing that's always broken. Always. It's a skirt protector, you know, for them ladies. Or for the Scotsman. That seems a bit tight. I don't know. If you're a bike expert, is this tight? Seems a bit. Okay. Nah. This thing is out balanced. I mounted it wrong. See? That's what I came here in the workshop to balance the wheel. So that's why I was bobbing up and down on the road. So I have to remove everything, balance the tire again. Because doing it like vertical is not ideal. It's a foldable tire. They're a little more pain in the ass to balance, I guess. They're the right size for the rim. It's an MBT, I think it's. Let me know if a normal rim fits with an MBT skinny profile. It's a cross-country type tire, so it has like small nubs, but small enough to be comfortable on the road. Going forward so smooth. The child bike that I found to scrap works perfectly fine. The lamp. Go figure, this thing was sideways in the scrap pile. After wiggling the button for a bit, it's kind of finicky because that's always where the rust gets to, the bare points, you know. After just wiggled never something before, it's a nice switch again. And the brightness changes when you tap it, but if this is the only light, I would not trust it still. Just get some contact clean underneath, just spritz it, and it should not turn off by itself if it shakes. It should be reliable now. Yeah, this is nice, eh? Bing! It's like a race bike, so you're like all the way over. Oh, the brakes are just. I just discoed my brakes for some reason. How the fuck did I... Okay. If you're really loving your life and have kids, buy a new brake hardware if you want to revive a scrapped bike. Get all new brakes, fellas. Do as I say, not as I do. It still has the rear hub brake, so don't worry about me. I'm not gonna kill myself because I paid $0 for brakes. I need some needs to loosen down there before I can put it back on. Anyways, I go back to work balancing the goddamn tire.